Hey everyone, thank you again for joining another episode of the Liverpool Connection podcast. We have Pub Chat. We have the OG Darren O'Connor Daza is with us today with Glenn as we preview the big game this weekend, Manchester United versus Liverpool. And I know this is Daza's favorite week. He usually has a bunch of memes leading up to the game, so I'm looking forward to seeing them all again, Daza. And
Well, well, I would if Facebook hadn't banned me.
well, yeah, that's an important thing that you have to have access to be able to post memes. So, Glenn, you're the meme generator this week for this fixture. So,
I'll send them to Glenn, and then Glenn can post.
No, I'm right.
yeah, obviously we're not in the pub. We're doing this early doors, so to get this out and everybody can enjoy a little bit of a preview before the match. So, Glenn and Daza, let's kick it off.
I mean, if you would have said 6 months ago that we'd be playing against Man United or Liverpool playing Man United and one set of supporters were half dreading the game, I mean, they're never really the most comfortable games when you're playing against them. But yeah, you wouldn't have said 6 months ago that we'd be playing them and we'd be a little bit shitting ourselves, would you? So yeah, not massively excited or ready for this one, to be honest with you. Darren, what about you?
Same, really. Just that United are playing really well. I mean, we can't, not see it. They just won their first trophy in God knows how long, so they're all juiced up. Their fan base is all juiced up, and they're the second coming of Alex Ferguson's happening. All that bollocks. But yeah, if you look at our last four games, take away Real Madrid, in the league we're actually, doing all right. I mean, and what, 4 clean sheets now?
Yeah, just to give a little context, Manchester United is in third place. We're 10 points behind. We're in sixth place going into this game. Obviously, we want to keep our momentum. Daza, you alluded to that we have 4 clean sheets on the bounce. Not against exactly the murderer's row of offenses, but hey, it's the Premier League. Shit happens. We know that we've been on the wrong end of VAR, penalty kicks, bad breaks, own goals. So a clean sheet's a clean sheet when you come down to it, right?
Yeah, exactly. All thanks to Alison Becker, our player of the season so far.
I don't know about this, I don't know about this. I mean, I know that we're trying to be positive and stuff, but for about 70 minutes of that game yesterday, it was fucking horrible, horrible, horrible to watch.
Yeah.
It was horrible to watch too. So I'm not as confident or as you are. I mean, put it that way. I mean, I know that we can say, "Oh yeah, we've done this," but in the middle of it, we got battered 5-2 at home. So,
yeah.
so
before we scored our goal, I was, thinking about doing a podcast after the game. I was like, I should just recycle the Crystal Palace podcast, just change the title of it because it was exactly the same, right? We're really nothing.
I think it's a bit more
on.
controlled. I think it was more controlled. We were like Wolves didn't really have. Wolves maybe had one or two.
Yeah.
Where Palace, there was a few moments of just absolute lack of control, or lack of just switching off basically and giving them chances. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway,
well, United are so much different from Wolves. They do have threats. I mean, the only shot at goal was from Moutinho yesterday from Wolves, and that was it. Now we've got a Rashford, the informed player. He's definitely going to go down that right side with Trent, I would think. Trent's got to be on top form on Sunday. It's just a massive difference, isn't it, from last season? When we were smashing them.
Yeah.
And then the reverse fixture at Old Trafford. We that was the game, I would think, where United fans start saying their season turned, because they, their first couple of games, they lost a few, right?
Yeah, they lost the first three, didn't they?
Yeah, and then they played us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we've just got to be on top of things. The crowd will be up for it.
Yeah.
I would hope the players are going to be up for it. Obviously there was changes midweek against Wolves, which needed to happen. Robbo, I think, needed a rest. Hendo needed a rest. They're obviously going to be coming back on Sunday.
Yeah, so you referenced the changes, Daz, obviously from the midweek with an eye probably towards this game against Manchester United. Konate came back in. What do you reckon? He has to get another start, right? Yes, he has to be there with Van Dijk and protecting Trent this weekend.
I would think so, yeah.
I think our teams, I mean, our back four is our back four. I don't think anyone disagrees with Trent. Trent, Robertson, and then Van Dijk and Matip centre. Van Dijk and Konate centre half.
The midfield is going to be a big call, right, Glenn, this weekend?
The midfield is the call, isn't it? I think we probably should do forwards first, because I think that's a bit easier. Salah's going to start. Salah right, Nunes left, and then it's a case of Gakpo or Jota, isn't it? I would personally do Gakpo.
Yeah,
I don't think Jota's there yet, but I'd probably do Gakpo. What about you? What about you, Per?
I'd say Gakpo as well.
Yeah.
Jota still seems a bit rusty. And I think Gakpo will just add a bit more to that front three. It is the midfield, but I'm going with Hendo, Fabinho, and young lad.
Yeah, I agree with you guys on the front. Salah, Gakpo, and Nunez out there on the left, which is obviously so interesting that we brought Nunez to play central, but now he's playing on the left, and it'll be something to think about when Diaz comes back. And you're right, Daz, he adds a little element in there. And it's nice to be able to bring a Jota and a Bobby off the bench, in case we need some game changers during the game. And just hopefully that Klopp doesn't wait too long to make those changes if they have to do it. And I do agree with you that I think that has to be the midfield. Hendo got a rest. Hendo, Fabinho, who I thought played probably his best game against Wolves. Not the best opposition, but they have a good midfield, and he was making the tackles like we're accustomed to him doing, higher up the pitch. And I thought he played great. And, I think Badger just brings in a level of energy that we need against Manchester United, who has also a good midfield as well. So.
It's funny, actually, isn't it? Because I thought Harvey done well last night, but I agree with you regarding the midfield. I thought Harvey was really bright, and he'll probably be disappointed not to actually start the game on the weekend. But I would do the same. Positive Henderson and Fabinho. I mean, the fact that we now have got Harvey, Firmino and Jota to come on if we need them is a big plus. It's going to be interesting to see like you say, Dan, if we look at them from their point of view, you're going to think it's going to be Rashford one side, and then it's going to either be Sancho or Anthony on the other side. Whether they'll just try and sit in a little bit, they'll sit in a little bit deeper, and then look to try and counter attack and hit in between, hit those wings and hit those two. If they do, I think it could be tricky for us.
Well, I think if we kind of play the high line again against United, we can get stuffed. Rashford and Sancho running behind our back line. That's what worries me a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how both teams set up if we do push right up the pitch, because if they win the ball in the middle of the pitch, then we could be in trouble, like you say. I think Nunes it depends that for them at right back, they've been playing Delo and then they've been playing Wan-Bissaka. So I'm not entirely sure who will start for them. I think I think Dolo is the preferred. Wan-Bissaka's a better defender. So it'd be interesting to see who starts for right back, because you would hope that's where we get joy with Nunes Adam. I don't really particularly think either of them are that great. Not though one of them are probably going to have man of the match performance now. But Nunes playing down that side, you seen it last night. He does cause problems, doesn't he? So hopefully he's on it for us as well.
Yeah, the way we set up, obviously Nunez is such an important part of that, and he's been doing the defensive work too on that side, coming back and helping out. So I think the being able to stretch them just as much as they're trying to stretch us, it's going to be a midfield battle. So hopefully our boys, and bringing Hendo back in, I think they're going to be up for that. And any time that they'll have an opportunity to twat Fernandez, they're going to give it a go. So.
Oh, please. He's one of the most unlikable characters is Fernandez. I just anybody that plays for United I can't stand, but Fernandez is just he's just one you want to slap.
Isn't it quite funny that like this time last year we're looking at their midfield and you're like, Jesus Christ, their midfield compared to ours, and you're like, now you're like, Christ, Casemiro's doing have Casemiro in there.
Yep.
That's been the signing of the season for them.
Yeah.
Casemiro.
Yeah, he's been excellent, hasn't he? Been really good. Question for you. Would you take a draw right now?
Yes. 100%.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to that at the end of the show doing our predictions, that's what I'll be thinking. So
yeah, a point against Inform United. I'll take it any day of the week.
It's mental, isn't it? Like to think that we're playing at home against Man United. Last year we played them home and away. Basically, the game's over after 50 minutes. 9 goals. It could have been about 15 goals over 2 games easily. And now we're like, I'd take 1-1,
Yeah. Well, the thing is just not to lose at this moment, to stay in touch with the top 4. If we draw, that's a drop 2 points and it feels like a loss. But at the end, if we can stay in touch, City play Newcastle this weekend. I don't know who Spurs have. I think West Ham, maybe.
No, it's not. I don't think it's West Ham. They've got a few like really easy games coming up. Spurs the next like 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, but Spurs are Spurs.
No, they are. No, sorry, they've got. You know what? They've got Wolves. They've got Wolves away.
That's right, Wolves away. Sorry,
you knew it was a W, didn't you?
Yeah, I knew it was a W.
There you go.
I knew it was one team that's beaten us.
Thank God it's someone else that's playing Wolves, because like I've got nothing against Wolves, but
I've had enough.
I wouldn't mind if they go down and we don't play them for another 3 years. But we've just played them like way too many times in the last 6 weeks or whatever.
Yeah, 4 times.
But and that's why I sort of say, like, would you take a draw? Because it sounds really stupid. We really do need to win, don't we? We really do need to win. Let's put that pressure on Tottenham.
I mean, we'll have the squad to win. Whether the mentality and some of the individual mistakes that we've made in the past against these top teams, whether that comes back to get us or not. But if you putting squad down per squad, the class on both sides, it's pretty equitable in my opinion.
Well, that's the thing. I think with the 4 clean sheets that we've got, we've made mistakes and we've gotten away with it. Now we made mistakes against Real and we didn't get away with it. Right. It's going to be the same with United. If we make those kind of dumb, like schoolboy out of mistakes, we are going to get punished. United aren't like a Wolves, aren't like an Everton, aren't like a Newcastle. They will punish us, and that's been our main problem. Is just the mistakes we make. We're our own worst enemy. Every single game. I mean, Canute, looked a bit dodgy in the first 15, 20 minutes. I mean, I know he's been out injured, but it's the same. And your boy, your favourite left back, Simicus, looked
Done well. He done
a
well.
bit dodgy as well, but
overall, he done all right. He does me heading because he crosses the ball all day, but he done well. He had that one moment where he looks like he's just in a different world where he just totally switches
he was
off.
still patting his back after that tackle, wasn't he?
Yeah. Well,
And going, I'm the man, and then Alisson throws him the damn ball.
Yeah.
He misses it. Yeah, but no, every single player that goes out for us has to be on top form. They have to.
So playing at home too, right? So that's going to be a little advantage at this point. Trying to get our season back on track with Jota coming back into the side and Bobby, and I think it's a huge element of this matchup is that we get to play at Anfield. So
yeah, the plus is that we've got Tottenham and we've got Arsenal at home, haven't we?
Yeah.
So our record obviously is really good at Anfield, obviously, but it's just being away, isn't it? We're just a bit shy. Right, we're gonna have to wrap this up in a minute, boys, because I've got the plumber coming. So, are we gonna win? Are we gonna?
We all just said a draw.
Yeah.
Well, I said, would you take a draw as a difference?
Yeah. I'm picking a 2-2 draw. They're going to get a penalty. We're not going to get a penalty because we never get penalties. And so it's going to be a 2-2 draw, in my opinion.
Who's the ref? Anyone know?
No, probably Anthony Taylor.
Anthony Taylor, yeah.
Probably, yeah. Great Manchester zone. I will go. Go on. Christ, I predicted a draw for the derby, and no, I do actually fancy us, and I don't really know why, but I do fancy us 1-0. Liverpool to win 1-0. Mohamed Salah to score.
There it is. I'll take it.
Do you think we'll win, Darren? I know you're not going to predict the score. Do you think we'll
win? Ask me after the match. Which we will be doing a pub chat after the game. So you'll see us three ugly mugs, and Julian should be back for that. So looking forward to getting back in the pub, having a few bevies, and hopefully celebrating.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, and don't forget, please watch the Paul Walsh story episode, and then coming out next week is Chris Kirkland. So look out for that, all that good stuff. Yeah, and a quick one: Glenn will be fashioning his 80s casuals t-shirt. He'll probably be wearing a jacket over it because got to suck that stomach in.
Yeah, I've got Wilson's as well, so we'll see if Wilson can do the same. But
I'll do it.
We're gonna have to, if you like the skin tight range, take it. I've been giving it.
Yeah, we gotta support our viewers. So send us your free stuff, man. We'll wear it on there.
Oh, we'll wear anything.
Whether it's tight or baggy, doesn't matter.
That's right.
Exactly.
Just send it and we'll determine who gets to wear it based on body type.
Yeah. Right, wrap this up then.
All right. Well, hey, everyone, thanks for joining us on this episode of the Pub Chat. Good to see Daza back on here, and we're going to see him on the weekend. But please like, subscribe, set your notifications, tell your friends, and thanks for being part of our growth of our program. Cheers.